Hello everyone, it's Christian here. I hope you're doing well. It's Thursday, May 14th. Bitcoin is currently holding at 79,300. And if you watched yesterday's update, you saw this move coming. Yesterday, we discussed the scenario where a fake out would have happened, where price would sweep above resistance to grab the liquidity before reversing sharply. That is exactly what played out. We saw that sweep followed by a swift move back down to test the 79,700 zone we identified. Now the question is, where does the sticky inflation data take us next? The headline today is a hot PPI report. Wholesale inflation jumped 6%, the highest since 2022. This has injected a heavy dose of nervous greed into the system. While we saw strong ETF inflows early this month, the market is turning cautious as inflation proves to be more persistent than expected. Looking at the daily chart, Bitcoin continues its long-term struggle under the 50-day EMA, a level it hasn't been able to sustain since November. We saw those brief attempts to reclaim it on May 10th and 11th, but after that rejection, the bears have firmly taken back control. On the 4-hour chart, the price officially crossed below the 50 EMA yesterday, and is now forming a clear bearish pennant. With a 4-hour RSI of 41.3, there's still room for more downside before we hit oversold territory. The broader market is adding a layer of risk. While the SPY saw a hammer candle on the 12th and a bullish close yesterday, its daily RSI is sitting at a massive 76.3. Being that deep in overbought territory suggests the stock market is overextended and due for a cooling off period. This brings to our new liquidity heat map targets. We have two major clusters the market is currently eyeing. One at 81,870 on the upside and a much deeper one at 78,333 on the downside. As we saw yesterday, the market loves to hunt these levels to clear out leverage. So here are the two paths from here. On the first scenario, we see a bullish recovery. In this path, Bitcoin invalidates the bearish pennant and manages to reclaim the 50 EMA on the 4-hour chart. If it turns 80,800 into support, it would allow the RSI to run toward the 81,800 liquidity cluster for a short squeeze. Or on the other hand, most likely, we see a bearish continuation. Following the signal from the 4-hour pennant and the overbought SPY, Bitcoin continues its descent. This move will likely target the 78,300 liquidity cluster to clear out long positions before finding a new floor. In summary, the rejection at the daily 50 EMA and that bearish pennant are the primary red flags. Watch the liquidity levels very closely. Stay objective, manage your risk, and I will see you in the next update.